question comes, well, I believe I'm something much bigger. I believe something can happen by the end of the month that's desirable to me. But what's the gap between actually having it happen and it not? That's an interesting question. And that's loaded with a lot of stuff. It's not so simple to say, well, if I just think about it all day, I'll be there, right? So let's discover a couple of things together on today's call. I think you're really going to enjoy this. Okay. So let's do a diagram today. We're going to do a little drawing. Okay. And this is my whiteboard. So bear with me because the circles aren't going to be great circles. Lines aren't going to be very straight. But that's the point of drawing. Okay. So draw with me. I encourage you to actively learn. Okay. We're going to draw a quick little stick figure person. That's going to be you. If you want big muscles, maybe, make your arms a little bit thicker. Okay. Whatever it looks like for you. Okay. All right. We're going to also draw some lines here. This is just indicating energy. We're an energetic being. We're not just physical. Okay. There's a certain result that you want physically, amount of money, enrollments, whatever that is by the end of the month. This is not a new game we play. I mean, every single coaching call, every single book you're reading, self-help, personal development video, doesn't matter. It's all saying the same thing. I mean, what do you want? Getting really clear on that. You already know this. Okay, but let's actually draw it out. So go ahead and draw whatever that might look like. Maybe some dollar signs. Chunk of money, okay, with some client enrollments. I want you to actually draw it out, okay? Maybe the clients are green as well. So you draw a dollar sign and you draw a couple of people symbolizing clients. Okay. Nothing fancy, obviously. So the question is, how do I get from there to there? What has to happen to guarantee it? See where that question is coming from? Let's start looking into that. How can I get client enrollments? How can I get money? How do I get it? What do you think's underneath of that question? I'm not enough right now. Once I have this thing, then I'll feel finally accomplished that I'm a business owner. Once I have that amount of money, I'll then feel stable, secure. Right, so I'm coming from a place of trying to get. And when I'm coming from a place of trying to get, that's when my energy kind of goes a little weird and I don't really get it. Because what I'm really saying is, I don't have it, I don't have it. I attract circumstances that say, I don't have it. Here's what happens. How do I become in harmony with it is the real question. And harmony is being in harmony with it energetically. Because also I want you to draw these blue lines on the money and the clients. The money and the clients, that's a highlighter. Give me one moment. Okay, there we go. The money and the clients are also an energy. Okay. If I asked you, where is your next client going to come from? I guarantee all of you, including myself, could not guess. You can't guess. You could predict a couple of people that might come in, the potential prospects sitting on the door, potential calls you have, whatever, okay? But you really don't know. Where's the money going to come from? Where's your next $1,000 going to come from? New client enrollment, a current client, a sale from a different income source? Do you really know? You could guess, but do you really know? So ultimately, we don't really know the answers to these questions because we don't need to. And that's not manifestation. Manifestation is not willing the way. It's not forcing those two people out there. They look like they need coaching. So I'm going to run over to them. I'm going to convince them they need coaching. They're going to pay me money today and they're going to enroll. Two people on the sidewalk. Okay. You see what goes on there? I'm going to go into the bank. I'm going to tell the bank, give me $1,000 because that's what I'm going to manifest. Okay. So that would be hard work. That would be willing the way. Okay. That would be trying to get. But it's not going to work out that way, obviously, right? You can't go into a bank and ask them for $1,000 and say, well, what's your bank account number? Because we have to actually get it from your own bank account. Okay. We're not going to just give you money. So what we need to do is become in harmony with it. Does that make sense for everyone? Obviously, it's simple. Okay. You all are advanced students of the material. Okay. But remember, the fundamentals are the thing that need to be mastered, not the advanced side of things. Okay. So we're in harmony with this thing now, right? The crazy part about it is it comes in very mysterious ways. In order for you to get the client by the end of the month, this person might talk to somebody that they need coaching. They might ask a friend, hey, do you know anybody that does like some coaching? Because I need help. Or maybe they also did that and then they saw a Facebook ad for coaching, not your ad. They just saw an ad and they looked into it and they said, wow, there is coaches out there. They saw a landing page, they read through it, they watched videos, but they're like, I don't know, I don't really want to do this right now, but now I know. Also, 3 weeks ago, they purchased Think and Grow Rich. They started to get into personal development a little bit. They're starting to really understand, wow, I could try this myself, but I would rather get a mentor and a coach, right? So all through this time, this might have taken 1 day here, might have taken 6 days here, might have taken 3 days here, okay? So this person that's traveling on their way to you is on their own journey of realization. Think about your journey. You did the same with a company. You did the same with a book you purchased. You might not be ready in that day, but you ventured towards journeying towards that space. There are prospects right now journeying their way to you. It's pretty amazing. The interesting thing that you want to ponder about is, am I venturing towards them energetically? So each one of these days you've been visualizing. 1 day, 6 days, 3 days, you've been visualizing. You've been activating this client, but you still don't see it. You don't know where that client's going to come from. You don't know where that prospect's going to come from. You've been doing everything it takes. At the same time, the money is venturing its way towards you every single time you visualize, every single time you believe a little bit more. It's coming towards you. The other prospect is doing the same thing. They're on their own journey, okay? Getting closer and closer. This is all happening in the background and you have no idea what's going on. And what's really happening here, every single one of these are energetic journeys. Hopefully that diagram didn't get too confusing. A lot of highlighting going on there. Okay, there's so much going on in the invisible. There are so many people you're connected with right now that need what you offer. So many people you're not connected with, but you may say, I'm going to send a friend request. I'm going to do a LinkedIn request. I'm going to do, a new ad. I'm going to do whatever it is that you do, a new event that connects you with the right person at the right time. So as you start to get connected with this over a journey, you're venturing actually towards these individuals and you begin to meet. You meet the money, you meet the prospect, you meet the other prospect. Now, for you, the journey was very different. Let's do an example. Okay. If you're doing some of the organic strategies that we teach in certification things, you might have done maybe 2 days of friend requests to get some good prospects in and building your Facebook community. Okay. Then you put those individuals onto a spreadsheet, for example, and then you did a couple of direct messages. Then you met this person for a call, 10-minute quick chat, 35-minute strategy session, and you actually got the enrollment there. You see what happens? Obviously, that was the money one there. Okay, so maybe it was just a sale of some sort. Okay. Now, also, some other things might pop up while you're on your journey here. Okay, let's draw another stick figure diagram. I'm going to do it over in the top right-hand corner. Let me know if you can see that. Yes, okay. Okay, so we have a stick figure up here. This person might be a phenomenal person themselves, but they're not in harmony with you. Watch what happens here. Okay, this person still ventures towards you. Okay, this way. All right, so this person's still going towards you as you're going towards them. You meet. Okay, I'm going to do a different color highlighter here. Give me a second. Okay, you do meet. We're going to put yellow for this one. Okay, and maybe your energy is this dark color. Okay, you meet, but you don't have an enrollment. The prospect wasn't a good fit. They didn't have the money at the time. They didn't have the time. They didn't have whatever it was. Okay, you were still a catalyst, an important part of their journey. They just went this way while you went this way. Maybe next month they got a different book from a different author. They got a different coach a year later, whatever it was. You were an important part of their puzzle piece, puzzling together in their journey, and them to you. You learned a lesson on how to handle an objection. You learned a lesson on what to do. You served a client. You served them by teaching them something on that call, whatever it was, not getting into coaching, but you maybe showed them an encouraging statement or inspiration. Okay. Which little did you know that increase that you gave that person right there actually connected you to that person. And if you never met that other person and you didn't increase them and leave them with the impression of increase and leave them on their way, you actually would have put up your own wall here because you would have been like, where's my client? Where's my client? Where's my client? And you actually would have cut off that energy. You see how many factors this is? There's about 3 million, billion, trillion, even different factors that goes into the energy all around you. That's why you don't have to figure this thing out. Okay, there's a lot going on there. Seems like a complicated diagram, but if you follow along with it, not so complicated. Throw into the chat box, does this make sense? You could just throw a yes. You could throw a thumbs up, throw a number 1 if you want to make it real easy. Okay. So what are you putting out right now that you're not seeing the results of that you could actually let go of more internally, let going of the search? You want a client by November 30th. You want 20 clients by November. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. Is it a guarantee that you're going to get there by the end of the month? There's no guarantee in manifestation. Okay. But how can you bring in more certainty that things are going to come into your life that you do want? Put out what you want today as if it's there, but detach yourself from actually seeing things move. Your evidence is the feeling. That's the evidence that it's actually moving. The evidence is the feeling. Now, some people say that's ridiculous. But when you know feeling is a vibration, it's not so ridiculous. Vibrational match to what you want is a feeling. Do an experiment with yourself. It's too easy for yourself to say, well, let's see if this works. I'll put out feeling, I'll be excited, I'll be aligned. You're aligned for like 2 days. He said, see, I told you so. You know where that's coming from is the fear proves itself. The ego proves itself. Instead, you want to say, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put this out. And you focus really on the present intensely. So your mind's not in wandering and searching.